Hey, 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 family. Better days on the way. So I've been digging in and figured out that I kind of got to figure out exactly what I want out of life, where I want to go, you know, get a vision for my life. And I know I got to get it down on paper. So I sat here and I wrote the words vision across the top of the paper. And I sat there and looked at it and stared at it and stared at it and couldn't come up with something. Took me a while, started to write some stuff down, scratched it out, wrote some more stuff down. Got a few things written down here. And the only reason I actually got started and wrote some stuff is because I realized I can change it, add to it, take away from it every single day. Um, so I got something here I want to read. Starting to pull stuff out of the old information that I've been given over here. I came across something that was pretty cool. So it's called Where Do You Want to Get To? In the book Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, Alice, the main character, at one point during her travels through Wonderland, Alice was trying to decide which way to go. She asked the Cheshire Cat, "Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here?" asked Alice. "That depends a good deal on where you want to get to," replied the cat. "I don't much care where," said Alice. "Then it doesn't matter which way you go," said the cat. If you don't care where you're going in life, then it really doesn't matter what choices you make. However, if you do care about where you're going and have a clear, hopeful vision of how you want your life to be, then your choices are important. Setting long-term goals can help you map out the route to your new life and help you make better choices along the road to your final destination. 83% of people in the United States do not set goals for their life. 14% only think about setting goals. 3% actually write them down. If you write your goals down, you're 300% greater chance that you actually meet your goals. Only 3% of people actually write down their goals. So if you just wrote your goals down, if we just wrote our goals down, we have a 300% greater chance of actually meeting our goals. I thought that was freaking astounding. See, I'm the type of person my whole life. I'm constantly going through papers. I'm constantly coming across some piece of information or something and writing a note down, writing another note down. I got both sides of the pieces of paper covered with notes and just drawers full, binders full, constantly going through it, looking at it, tearing stuff up, getting rid of it. But I constantly writing the stuff down. So yeah, so I started to write down, you know, try to get an idea of what my vision is. I walk through life. You think you know what you want. I think I know what I want. Then it comes to actually writing the words vision and then go to write exactly what my vision is. Think big, write a big vision. Can always come back and change it. You can always add stuff to it, take stuff away from it. But I think that good part of that is actually getting our identity right. Who are we? Another step, this comes from Billy Alsbrooks. He says, first get your identity right. Then focus on the outcomes you want to achieve. Then your goals. So one of his videos that I came across, so basically when his father passed away, and then they called him into the funeral home and they sat him down, put a piece of paper in front of him. This is one of the things that got me. I was like, wow, that's just deep, real deep. But slid a piece of paper across from him and told him to write a few paragraphs about his dad, and he said that this is what they were going to put in his obituary. And they slid another piece of paper across the table to him and told him write down a few more sentences or a sentence. And they said, this is what we're going to put on his gravestone. Something like that. I'll have to go back and watch that video again. But that got him thinking that someday somebody in his family is going to be sitting at a table and somebody's going to be sliding a piece of paper across to them. Well, actually, here's how it first started at the funeral home. They took him out there and they pointed at the grave in the ground. They said, "This right here." I said, "That's where." I think it's one of his family members. I think this is where your daddy's going to be. He said. Then the other one, I think they said that this is where your mama's going to be. And then they said, that one right there, that's where you're going to be. And pointed at him, that's where you're going to be. So it got him thinking about what he wants in his obituary, what he wants people to be able to write about him, what he wants on his gravestone. And I just thought that was deep, man. And a lot of the stuff that he talks about in his videos and his life experiences, and like I said, he's just motivational. So family, if you haven't watched it yet, I share his videos on Facebook all the time. Go on Facebook, get on that, The Way of the Warrior 1 and The Way of the Warrior 2, and there's some other ones. He's got YouTube channels, blessedandunstoppable.com, Poetry and Motivation is a YouTube channel. Billy Alsbrooks, Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, both of them. He became a Dr. Billy Alsbrooks after he was Billy Alsbrooks video. So, but yeah. So I'm sitting here, I got I started, vision, and I got some stuff on there, right? Got some stuff on there, and yeah. So goals. See what we got here. So why set goals? Well, you become 300% more likely to achieve the goals that you set if you write them down. Goal setting is used by top-level athletes, successful business people, and achievers in all fields. Setting goals gives you long-term vision and short-term motivation. It focuses your acquisition of knowledge and helps you to organize your time and your resources so that you can make the very most of your life. By setting sharp, clearly defined goals, you can measure and take pride in the achievement of those goals, and you'll see forward progress in what might previously have seemed a long, pointless grind. You will also raise your self-confidence as you recognize your own ability and competence in achieving the goals that you've set. Starting to set personal goals. You set your goals on a number of levels. We, people, set their goals on a number of levels. First, we create our big picture of what we want to do with our life, or over, say, the next 10 years, and identify the large scale goals that we want to achieve. Then we break these goals down into the smaller and smaller targets that we must hit to reach our lifetime goals. Finally, once we have a plan on paper, we start working on it to achieve these goals. This is why we start the process of goal setting by looking at our lifetime goals. Then we work down to the things that we can do in, say, the next 5 years, the next year, the next month, the next week, and today, to start moving towards them. Step 1, setting lifetime goals. The first step in setting personal goals is to consider what we want to achieve in our lifetime, or at least by a significant and distant age in the future. It's deep stuff, man. Goals, purpose. Yeah. Setting lifetime goals gives us the overall perspective that shapes all other aspects of our decision making. To give a broad, balanced coverage of all important areas in our life, try to set goals in some of the following categories, or in other categories of your own where these are important to you. Career. What level do we want to reach in our career, or what do we want to achieve? Financial goals. How much do we want to earn? By what stage? How is this related to our career goals? So that's career goals and financial goals. Education goals. Most important, the most valuable investment or time we can spend is in educating ourselves, developing skills for ourselves. Skills will set us apart, man. This AI stuff coming out, in my opinion, man, there's going to be a lot of people losing work. But we'll see. Luckily, I'm fortunate enough to have just been mechanically inclined my whole life and done a whole bunch of stuff. And becoming proficient at fixing automobiles, that's a skill that's not ever going to go away. Obviously, technology advances, and they got electric cars and hybrids, and but I've learned the core concepts and the core fundamentals that I can do that anytime, anywhere. But education. Is there any knowledge we want to acquire in particular? What information and skills will we need to have in order to achieve other goals? So yeah, you look at your bigger picture goals and see what kind of things we got to learn. Like a bigger picture goal, if you want to make YouTube videos, I just jumped straight in it and started doing it. I learned a little bit, posted my videos and some settings and stuff like that, but I haven't went any further. I'm just recording content right now. But yeah, what would we have to learn? Look at our bigger picture goals, and okay, that's why they say write your last chapter first. So you write the last chapter first, and then you know how the rest of the book has to be. In order to get these bigger picture goals, there's going to be some things that you got to do, and we make smaller goals to get to those goals. But in each of those smaller goals, there's going to be a set of tasks that we got to do to achieve that goal, and it just keeps going down bigger to a smaller. And that smaller one's got smaller ones, and then another smaller one's got smaller ones. It's yeah. Family goals. Yeah, family, man. Family. Some people have been blessed to have a tight knit family and grow and work through things as a family. A lot of us, man, we've been separated, pulled apart into foster homes, separated from our brothers and sisters, separated from our parents, separated from our family. You know, some of us are halfway across the country, you know, and being apart, and each of us, you know, growing up and developing our own lives. We don't we don't know much about each other, you know. All we remember is what we remember from when we were younger, and people have changed since then. But family goals. Do we want to be a parent? If so, how are we going to be a good parent? Parenting is another one I took, and you don't. It doesn't have to be your own children. Um, from the age 1 to the age of 7, that's when our all of our coping skills and our perception and perspective and our belief system about how things are and how they should be are computer programmed, so to speak. Our computer program. We're programmed from the age of 1 to 7. That's what I've learned anyway. Um, yeah, so how do we want to be seen by a partner or by members of our extended family? How do we want to be seen by a partner or by members of our extended family? So that's goals. We're setting family goals here. Artistic goals. Do we want to achieve any artistic goals? Yeah, no. Do I want to achieve any artistic goals? I suppose you could say creating content, you can be artistic. Um, I used to draw. I used to draw a lot. I was pretty good at it. I actually. Anyway, let me get through this, and then I'm gonna. I got some drawings here somewhere. See if I can't find them. Artistic goals. That was it. Do we want to achieve any artistic goals? Attitude. So attitude goals. I've been trying to implement this positive thinking every morning when I wake up. I mean, it's the first thing I'm usually thinking is, man, I don't want to get up and go to work. You know, I'm tired. I want to sleep in. Sit there, especially after I'm sitting there. I sit there usually 15, 20 minutes drinking my coffee. The coffee starts making me feel good, start to get comfortable, and I'm sitting there thinking. And sometimes I'm just more comfortable to be sitting there thinking. And then I start coming up with a couple things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful to be able to get up, to have to get up and go to a job, to have a good job to go to. I'm thankful to have this apartment that I got and have earned and learned how to maintain. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the family that I've got left. I'm thankful for the people that God had placed in my life. I'm thankful that I've got a vehicle. It needs a little work. It's getting older. I've had it almost 4 years now. I'm thankful that I got that. I'm thankful that it gets me to work every day. Thankful for a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. Um, so, what I said, attitude. Is any part of our mindset holding us back? Any part of our mindset. How would we even know that? Is any part of our mindset holding us back? That's one of the things I had to become honest with myself about. I had to look at the circumstances of my life, and I had to be completely honest with myself. Because remember, I got sick and tired of being where I was at, right? So I had to sit there, close my eyes, and use my mind and communicate with my heart about the things that were truly holding me back. Okay? I had to think about some of the how I thought the world was. Okay, the way I saw the world. I had to challenge some of them things. You know, government's out to get us. I don't care if police or cops are bad or not anymore. I don't deal with the police anymore. I don't commit criminal activity anymore. Um, yeah, but anyway, attitude, right? Yeah, is any part of our mindset holding us back? Is there any part of the way that we behave that upsets us? Okay, come on, family. This one should be easy. Yeah, behaviors that we've done that upset us. When it upsets us, that's a negative emotion. That is our body. That's telling us, hey, it's a negative emotion. That means we're not doing something right. Our emotions are a very good indicator if we're doing something right or not. Okay, if it's a negative emotion, that's the indicator. Hey, you're having the wrong thoughts, or you are doing the wrong behaviors. We, I, I'm doing the wrong behaviors. If so, if so, if there are any parts of the way that we behave that upsets us, then set a goal to improve that behavior or find a solution to that problem. Physical goals. Are there any athletic goals that you want to achieve, or do you want good health deep into old age? I'm getting ready to start working out again. I haven't worked out since 2012. A few times I've watched some boxing movies or something and got me amped, and all of a sudden I'm doing push-ups and burpees and lifting my dumbbells and feeling all pumped, and it feels good, man. That's natural. That's a natural freaking high right there. That's some endorphins, and then that's them chemicals that God provided us with right there. No artificial high that brings us down, separates our heart from our mind. Uh-uh. Perspective, man. I'm changing that. Okay. Physical. Are there any athletic goals? I said that old age. What steps are you going to take to achieve these physical goals? Get past 40 years old. I noticed that this little bit of belly that I got, my six pack don't show as much as it used to. I used to be proud of my six pack, man. My biceps ain't quite as toned as they used to be anymore. But I've realized that I want to live a long time and be able to share as much time as I possibly can with the family members that I've got left, and be able to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. And man, setting goals, and it is purpose, man. That's one thing a person needs to break self-defeating behaviors, bad habits, some type of purpose, setting goals, and actually being disciplined. Discipline is a whole nother subject. I found a great video where it brings in two types of discipline: discipline A and discipline B. But being disciplined, it teaches setting these goals, and we can't set them. We cannot set them so huge that we can't achieve them. If we set big goals right away and we don't adhere to them, that is a negative um, reinforcement that goals don't work. So we got to be small, something small. Start very small. And, okay, pleasure goals. Do we have any pleasure goals? Yeah, could use a little pleasure. Been quite a while since I've had some pleasure. But anyway, how do you want to enjoy yourself? You should ensure, how do we want to enjoy ourselves? we should ensure that some of our life is for us. Okay, well, maybe that wasn't the pleasure I was thinking of. But public service. I think about that all the time, thinking about using my experiences of growing up in poverty. Poverty's been handed down by the generations. Mindset's been handed down by the generations. It's not the people before us. It's not their fault. I hold nothing against any family member. I hold nothing against anybody in my life. Never have, never will. I don't know. I'm just made that way. Um, but public service, yeah, I want to take. It's one of the reasons I want to do this. I'm using these videos to train myself to become better at communicating this information. And I see myself going and talking to younger groups of people and teaching them the information that I wish I would have known growing up. Teaching people, going and teaching people in corrections, and a big goal of mine is to share how my experience with God has helped along the way with that journey. But public service, do you want to make the world a better place? And see, these goals, these public service goals, I want to start. It says start with what you have and build there, right? So I want to start with my family first. Um, so this is for us, family. This is for you. This is for this whole. This is for family, my biological family, and this is for my new YouTube family. So, product of the struggle. So Billy Ellsworth's got a song about that, man. Product of the struggle. He was a rapper before his dad died and went into those 8 years of PTSD attacks, and he come out of that. He come out of them attacks. He came out of that 8 years swinging, bloody fists, just him in the bag. You gotta check Billy Ellsworth's out, man. Especially you, family, cuz yeah, I tried to let you listen to it in the van that last time I came down and saw you. But I don't know if it was because everybody heard faith and God and all of a sudden thought I was preaching. Yeah, it's faith filled. Faith's got a lot to do with life. But that's some hardcore product of the struggle, man. We come from the struggle. If you come from the struggle, man, check Billy Allsbrooks out. Yeah, I get into Dr. Charles Stanley too. He passed away after I was introduced to him, but yeah, he's a pastor. In Touch is the name of the YouTube channel. Okay, public service. Do you want to make the world a better place? If so, how? Yeah. Spend some time brainstorming on these things, and then select one or more goals in each category that best reflects what we want to do. Then consider trimming again so that you have a smaller number of really significant goals that you can focus on. As we do this, make sure that the goals that we have set are ones that we generally want to achieve, not ones that our parents, our family, or employers might want. If we have a partner, we probably want to consider what he or she wants. However, make sure that we also remain true to ourselves. Step 2, setting smaller goals. Once we have set our lifetime goals, we set a 5-year plan or smaller goals that we need to complete if we are to reach our lifetime plan. Then create a 1-year plan, 6-month plan. So a 1-year plan, a 6-year plan. So we did our lifetime plan, and then it says to a 5-year plan. Then it says do a 1-year plan, a 6-month plan, and a 1-month plan of progressively smaller goals that we need to reach to achieve our lifetime goals. Each of these should be based on a previous plan. Then create a daily to-do list. See, it broke it down from lifetime to 5 year to 1 year to 6 months to 1 month to daily to-do lists. This keep us occupied, disciplined, have some purpose, man. It's yeah. Shit, most of the to-do list is already taken up with by getting up in the morning and brushing our teeth and trying to make something to take with us to eat. Because we got to eat. I have a difficult time. I usually don't eat nothing. It's discipline to make even a peanut butter sandwich and a banana and take it with me. But that's a to-do list. Getting up, getting something ready, brush your teeth, get dressed, take the trash with you out the door. Sometimes it's cold out right now. I got to go out and start my vehicle for 15 minutes. The rest I got to stand out there and scrape the windows, and my scraper ain't that great, so need to get one of them. Some things just ain't that important to me, but so yeah, create a daily to-do list of the things that we should do today that works towards those lifetime goals. So to-do list that works towards the 1 month plan. That then well, it says here lifetime goals, but we're working small up to the next smaller stage. Boom, boom, boom. But looking at it all progressively, how it all ties together. Lots of small ones, so you can get them check marks on there and feel good and see some momentum. At an early stage, our smaller goals might be to read books, to gather information on the achievement of higher level goals. This will help us to improve the quality and realism of goal setting. Dang, how far does this go? I'm going to try to get through this. So SMART goals, that's an acronym, S.M.A.R.T. A useful way of making goals more powerful is to use the SMART mnemonic. I don't even know what that word is. While there are plenty of variants, some of which we've included in parentheses, SMART usually stands for specific or significant. That's the S. S usually specific. Not I want to lose weight. So specific means I want to lose 10 pounds in 6 months. Something like that. Measurable. Measurable. You said 10 pounds, 6 months. You can keep track and measure how much pounds you're losing and see if that's even a realistic goal. 10 pounds in 6 months. Or meaningful, it says. Meaningful, measurable. A is for attainable or action oriented. Attainable or action. So can we actually attain it? Is it something not like I want to be a millionaire in 5 years? Is that attainable? Hell no. I mean, they say it is. They say anybody can become a millionaire today, but I don't think that's attainable. So that's what that means. Relevant or rewarding, meaning the goal is actually relevant to our lifetime plan, maybe, or something like that. Time bound or trackable. So you have a time limit. Not a limit, a time. You put some sort of time on it so you can actually time it, like the 10 pounds in 6 months. For example, instead of having to sail around the world as a goal, it's more powerful to say, to have completed my trip around the world by December 31st of 2015. Obviously, this will only be attainable if a lot of preparation has been completed beforehand. Further goal setting tips. The following broad guidelines will help us to set effective, achievable goals. State each goal as a positive statement. So I want to quit smoking. See, because goals, or if you, okay, it says to state each goal as a positive statement. I know a little bit about this. I want to be tobacco free. And that's what I'm working on right now. I want to be tobacco free. I haven't set a time on it. Like I said, I haven't even really stuck to that little plan that I said about chewing. I just smoke a cigarette when I want to, and when I'm working inside, I'm chewing nicotine gum. So I haven't even tried yet. I'm keeping track of what I'm smoking. So pretty soon I'll be able to set, I want to be down to this many cigarettes by this day. But express your goals positively. Execute this technique well. Execute this technique well is a much better goal than don't make this stupid mistake. So positive is execute. Negative is don't. Get it? If not, study up a little bit on some SMART goal setting and goal setting. Like I said, where do they go, man? 83% of people in the United States do not set goals for their life. 14% only think about it. Okay? Only 3% actually write them down. And if we write them down, we have a 3,000 or 300% greater chance. They might have said 3,000 and I just forgot a zero. 3,000%. But yeah, write them down. Just writing our goals down gets us out of that. I got the 1% and 99%. Just writing our goals down is raising us up closer to that 1%. That's how I'm looking at it, man. Goals, writing goals down is a big step to start with. If you don't do anything else, use your goals, write goals for your life. Use the goals to break these bad habits. Use goals to get out of the cycle. Get out of the cycle. Shit. No matter where you're at, let's just start setting goals. Small goals, employment goals, getting our driver's license goals, getting a place of our own to live type of goal. Stuff like that. Be precise. Set precise goals, putting in dates, times, and amounts so that you can measure achievement. If you do this, you'll actually you will know exactly when you have achieved the goal and can take complete satisfaction from having achieved it. Set priorities. When we have, okay, I'm going to start reading this because I'm looking for the U word and trying to say we, but when we have several goals, give each a priority. This helps us to avoid feeling overwhelmed by having too many goals and helps to direct our attention to the most important ones. So set priorities on our goals. In all of those stages, our to-do list, our 1 month, 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, year, 5 year, lifetime. Let's set some priorities on those. Obviously, you got to have priorities on them because we're going to have to achieve some certain goals prior to doing others. So there has to be priority on them. When you set several goals, blah, 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 many goals, your attention to the most important ones helps to, okay. Each a priority. This helps you avoid feeling overwhelmed by having too many goals and helps to direct your attention to the most important ones. Write your goals down. This crystallizes them and gives them more force. Write your goals down. Keep operational goals small. Keep the low-level goals that you're working towards small and achievable. If a goal is too large, then it can seem that you are not making progress towards it. Keeping goals small and incremental gives more opportunities for reward. That's how we're built, on that reward system. Period. Set performance goals, not outcome goals. You should take care to set goals over which you have as much control as possible. It can be quite dispiriting to fail to achieve a personal goal for reasons beyond your control. Okay, so something that your performance can actually achieve. Okay. In business, these reasons could be bad business environments or unexpected effects of government policy. Stuff that you can actually do control. So set your goals based on stuff you actually do control. In sport, they could include poor judging, bad weather, injury, or just plain bad luck. So performance, not outcome. So in other words, you don't set a goal to win this football game or whatnot. You have no control whether you and the rest of the people on the team and people that are on the other team and all the energy coming from the people in the audience or the audience, fans. Holy cow. If you base your goals on performance, then you can keep control over the achievement of your goals and draw satisfaction from them. Set realistic goals. It's important to set goals that you can achieve. All sorts of people, for example, employers, parents, media, or society, society can set unrealistic goals for you. They will often do this in ignorance of your own desires and ambitions. It's also possible to set goals to set it is also possible to set goals that are too difficult because you might not appreciate either the obstacles in the way or understand quite how much skill you need to develop to achieve a particular level of performance. Start small, build the discipline, build the habit of actually writing little tiny goals and achieving them. Okay? Achieving goals. When you've achieved a goal, take the time to enjoy the satisfaction of having done so. Absorb the implications of the goal achievement and observe the progress that you've made towards other goals. Always sit back. I have to sit back every day sometimes and doing this YouTube channel thing, going through my past, and this it's allowed me to actually look back and um, observe the progress that I have made. Because sometimes I feel stagnant. Sometimes I feel like I'm not getting nowhere. But I have to always tell myself, I am not where I want to be, but I am so thankful that I am not where I used to be. Okay? Personally. Okay, if towards the other goals, absorb the implications of the goal achievement and observe the progress that you've made towards other goals. If the goal was a significant one, reward yourself appropriately. All of this helps you build the self-confidence that you deserve. Self-confidence. Nobody can stop you. God will never leave you nor forsake you. God will never leave us nor forsake us. So be confident. Confidence comes from God. With the experience of having achieved this goal, review the rest of your goal plans. If you achieved the goal too easily, make your next goal harder. If the goal took a dispiriting length of time to achieve, make the next goal a little easier. If you learned something that would lead you to change other goals, then change those goals. If you noticed a deficit in your skills despite achieving the goal, decide whether to set goals to fix this, whether you should set goals to learn something, learn a new skill. Failing to meet goals does not matter much. Okay? It says failing to meet goals does not matter much. Let's see what just as long as you learn from the experience. So it's all about learning and implementing what you learn from that failure. Feed lessons learned back into your goal setting. So if we fail, we learn a lesson, feed those lessons back into our goal setting. Remember, too, that your goals will change as time goes on. Adjust them regularly to reflect growth in your knowledge and experience. And if goals do not hold any attraction any longer, consider letting them go. This one here is just goal setting examples. I guess I can go through them. For her New Year's resolution, Susan has decided to think about what she really wants to do with her life. Her lifetime goals are as follows. Her career, to be managing editor of the magazine that I work for. Artistic, to keep working on my illustration skills. Ultimately, I want to have my own show in our downtown gallery. Physical, to run a marathon. Now that Susan has listed her lifetime goals, she then breaks down each one into smaller, more manageable goals. So let's take a closer look at how she might break down her lifetime career goal, becoming managing editor of her magazine. So her 5-year goal for that is to become deputy editor. I guess that's what you have to become before you can be managing editor. Her 1-year goal is to volunteer for projects that the current managing editor is heading up. Her 6-month goal is to go back to school and finish her journalism degree. Her 1 month goal is talk to the current managing editor to determine what skills are needed to do the job. Her 1 week goal is to book the meeting with the managing editor. So in 1 week, she wants to book a meeting with the managing editor. 1 month after that, she wants to talk to the current managing editor to determine what skills are needed to do the job. 5 months after that, she was going to go, okay, so she's basically meeting with the managing editor, and her goal is to talk to that managing editor about what skills are needed to do the job. Now she's finding out the skills, and her 1 year goal was to volunteer, or her 6 months was to go back to school and finish her journalism degree. Yeah. Anyway, as you see from this example, breaking big goals down into smaller, more manageable goals makes it far easier to see how the goal will get accomplished. Key points from this whole goal setting thing. This whole goal setting, what do I want to call this? Demonstration, information. Key points. Goal setting is an important method of deciding what you want to achieve in your life. Separating what's important from what's irrelevant or a distraction. They're an important method of motivating ourselves. They are an important method of building our self-confidence based on successful achievement of goals. Set your lifetime goals first, then set a 5-year plan of smaller goals that you need to complete if you are to reach your lifetime plan. Keep the process going by regularly reviewing and updating your goals, and remember to take time to enjoy the satisfaction of achieving your goals when you do so. See, Alice asked that cat if she would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? The cat says, that depends a good deal on where you want to go. I thought that was cool. And Alice says, I don't much care where. Cat says, then it doesn't matter which way you go. All right? If you don't care where you go, it doesn't matter which way you go. That's pretty cool. Got this guy standing down here. Yeah, which way to go? 83% of people in the United States do not set goals for their life. 14% only think about them. Okay, they only think about them. Think about setting them. Brother, I said write them down. 3% actually write them down, and when you write them down, you have a 300% chance that we will actually meet our goals. All right, this is my longest video yet, because I'm actually getting into the material. There we go. I'm getting into the material. Whoa. Got a couple more things here. But that is actually some stuff that I actually did myself. So I'll check those out. That fell out of there. But yeah, I'm working on this right now. The vision. I guess I can just start setting a little bit of goals, and that was big for me. That only 3% of people actually write them down. I'm guilty. Yeah, I write goals and task lists all the time and check them off. Yeah, this bill is due on that day. This bill is due on that day. This bill is due on that day. You get paid here. You know, then after I get paid, there's more bills. As soon as I get paid and I pay a bill, I check it off. That's my task list. And that's about it right now. All my tasks have to do with money going out. So I need to, I got books and stuff that I'm reading too, and I'll go into some of the books I'm reading. And some of it, get these things off. I'm not reading anymore. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This was a good one. I feel good. Yeah, if you ever thought about making videos, or you actually just want to get a little bit of healing, you can record videos and watch them. Just record them. You ain't got to put them on YouTube or anything. Just record videos and go back and watch them. Listen to yourself. Look at yourself. It's an eye-opening experience, and it's a awakening experience. It's a good feeling. It is. I don't know why, so I can't tell you why. But thanks for coming and watching tonight. I'll be back at you with some more videos. Keep thinking positive. With every positive thought, life gets better. The day gets better. Life gets better. Your thoughts get better. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.